All right, so we're here outside Chris Townsend's tap or tent. So he's brought the, so you can talk now, so it'll pick you up perfectly.
This is the, well, it's now Bark Wiki Up 3, which is almost identical to the old Go Light Shangri-La 3, which is a pyramid tent designed to sleep 3 people, hence the name. That would be a squeeze, but what I'm using with it is the half inner, which is designed to sleep 1 and leaves you with an absolutely vast porch.
And then this is the inner.
This is the half inner
that you have.
Which is fine. I wish it had a T-shaped door instead of a half door.
Yes,
but,
yeah, so it's just got the...
Yeah, you've got
the
it would
small
be nice,
door there.
given that you've got space there,
Yes.
to be able to get at it from in here without
Yeah.
having to reach round, but you can't.
Yes.
And this, as far as I know, I don't know of any other inners.
Right,
Anyone who
okay.
makes an inner that will fit this. So,
Okay, got you.
you know, this is their own inner and this is it.
Right.
The full size inner clips onto there and there. So
Right,
there's
got
no
you.
porch at all. It fills this whole space.
Right, okay.
And of course it's quite heavy.
Right, yeah. So you could, in theory, put two, or as you say, 3 people in here
Yeah, say
at a pinch.
3 would be a squeeze unless one of them was very small.
Right, yeah.
But 2's fine. I've used
Yes.
it. I've used it. Well, the Shangri-La 3, I've
Yeah.
used with 2,
Yeah.
and there's no problem with 2 people.
Okay. So what else do you have in here? So this is your cooking system here. So what cooking pots do you have?
Well, it's obviously the Trail Designs Tie-Try with the 810 or whatever they call it.
Right,
You know,
yeah.
the original burner. And the pots, which are well over 20 years old. This is the Avenue. I think they call it Ultralight now, but then it was just the Avenue Titanium.
Right, okay.
0.9 litre pot, which has been used on hundreds and hundreds of nights, still going strong. And this, which nests inside it neatly, but in fact is an MSR pot from as long ago. I don't think MSR have made this for years. It's got liquid in it because I've already had some soup.
Right.
And I will cook my main meal in the liquid.
Okay.
I've
yeah.
added water to whatever was left of the soup. That's why that.
Okay. So you utilise two pot system.
Yeah.
Do
This
you?
is, well, this is also a mug.
Right.
And
Okay.
and a bowl.
Okay.
You know,
so you drink your tea and coffee out of that one.
coffee. Yeah, not tea.
Coffee,
I
not
never
tea.
drink tea.
Yeah,
But yes,
coffee.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I won't cook it. To cook in that, you can cook in this one, but you know, you have to put the 2 tent pegs
Yeah.
through these holes,
Yeah.
and then put that on top, which
Yeah.
is quite inefficient because obviously there's a huge gap before
Yeah.
the flame reaches
Yeah.
it. So I don't do that. So I'll pour it into here to cook. But this
you.
is an easier bowl for eating
Yes.
from and a cup for drinking from.
Okay, I got you. And then obviously you use the tea tree that comes with the, you know, in the caddy, caddy system over there.
Well, it's the easiest way to carry it without crushing
Yes.
the cone.
Yeah, you keep
and those
the
are
cone.
the 2 pegs that come.
Okay,
will go
yeah.
through there if I use it, and also we'll do as spares for the tent as well.
Yeah. And do you only boil water in that one? Do you cook in that one as well sometimes?
Depends on the meal. Sometimes I cook. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And how do you clean your bowls after you've washed them? Do you have I have a tea bag. I use my tea bag, rinse my tea bag around. Do you have a
I
system?
do the same with a coffee bag.
Okay.
Coffee bag will clean it. Moss will clean it.
Right, okay.
Bits of grass, fingers, you know.
Right, okay. Whatever's to hand will.
Yeah,
will
I mean,
clean
I don't cook anything greasy because that's when you get problems with cleaning pots.
Right, okay.
Is, you know, if you've got a greasy pot, but the stuff I cook is, you know.
Okay. So
It's
what meal will you be having tonight?
Tonight I will be having Nissin Soba chili noodles,
Okay.
which has some sort of vegetable sauce and chili sauce. So it's basically instant noodles.
Right,
I think
okay.
it's 3 minutes simmer or something.
Right. And will you have anything with that, or just
No,
that? You just
that.
have that.
I've run out of all the everythings, given that it's our last night.
Right. Okay. So you
So
just have that.
That'll be tonight. It's very spicy. It's
Right,
quite hot,
okay.
so, you know, doesn't need anything really with it. I've had some soup, and I'll probably have some of the lunch bars I've got left, because, you know, the weather's been so wet. We've kept moving all day. We haven't really
Yes.
stopped and had a break and much to eat.
Yeah.
So I've still got a surplus of things I would have eaten during the
Right,
day
okay.
if the weather had been better. You know.
Yeah. Okay. So, and then obviously your rucksack. That's my phone. So your rucksack there. That's the one you're testing. What was that one called again?
That's the Built to Send X3.
Okay. So Chris is testing that one. Is there a review and TGO on that one yet?
Well, I did an initial review of it, describing what it is and using it as a winter day pack.
Right.
Because the basic capacity is 50 litres, extendable to 60. But as you saw the first day we were out, when I had it full, because I had
Yes.
all the food, when it's at 60 litres, you can't actually close it at the top.
Right.
So it's obviously vulnerable to rain.
Yes.
But the basic capacity is 50. And as a winter day sack, you know, when you've got ice axe and crampons and extra warm clothing and all the rest of the stuff, 50 litres is a good size.
Right.
And it was very good as a winter day sack. And it's been fine on this trip.
Right.
And I think
okay.
it weighed, what was it, 14 kilos?
Yes.
when we
Yeah.
set
Yeah.
off?
Yeah. Yours was 14. Mine was 15. Bizarrely,
It's, you know,
given I got a super lightweight everything.
I mean, I must admit, to some extent, I'm surprised by it, because when there's so many rucksacks, you know, with sophisticated frame systems, adjustable hip belts, all sorts of things, and this is overall very basic. It's got a padded back.
Right.
It's got padded shoulder straps. There's no load lifter straps, just padded shoulder straps, and a padded hip belt.
Right. Okay.
There's no. The back padding is just one sheet of padding. There's no lumbar pad.
Right.
There's no scapular pads. There's no shaping. It's not curved in any way.
Yeah.
You know, it's designed because they basically initially were designed for mountaineering. So it's designed to be body hugging, but the hip belt has carried the weight okay.
Right. Yeah.
And it's, you know,
And that's done well.
it's been fine.
And what waterproofs have you been using this trip?
And they've been getting a lot of use. This is Outdoor Research Ascent Shell,
Okay.
which is
is that a
quite-
Vortex?
no.
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 And has that kept you dry?
It's kept me, mostly dry.
Yeah.
It's a Pertex. It's Pertex Shield Air.
Right. Okay.
Ascent Shell Pertex Shield Air, which is a very breathable form of Pertex, so it's good for breathability.
Okay.
I got a bit damp around the collar and the shoulders, which is where the rucksack is.
Yeah.
But
It's kept you dry.
It's worked fine, and you know, with the adjustable hood with a stiffened peak and pockets, it's a bit more sophisticated than some ultra. You know, very light. I don't know if you call this ultra light, but very light.
It's light enough. Yeah. And then your waterproof
which sort of
trousers was
job-
Pertex Shield as well, was it?
Yeah, they're Montane. They're
Right,
very,
okay.
Very light.
Okay. And did they keep your trousers dry yesterday?
Yeah, except for around the ankles.
Yeah, just the ankles. So ankles. So shoes. You're wearing the Innovate Rockfly G390.
90, yeah,
Yeah.
which are very comfortable, and as the last 4 days have proven, have an excellent grip.
Yes.
They're well cushioned. They're very comfortable. They're incredibly breathable. You only have to show them water, and they're soaking wet.
Yes.
I mean, they're mesh.
Yeah.
So they got wet, I think, the second day. Early on the second day. First time we walked through any boggy ground, they got wet. They've been wet ever since.
Yeah.
You know, because we haven't had any dry weather. But they'll dry out really quickly. You know,
And they're wide enough for your feet.
And
People,
they're a wide fit.
That's a wide fit.
Innovate's widest fit.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can see if you look.
Yeah,
the
they
forefoot
look
there,
pretty
it's
wide, don't they? Yeah.
And Innovate call them boots, which they just about are because they come up here. But the ankle is actually quite soft.
Yeah.
And they're very, very light. So they're really they're a beefed up trail shoe.
Right. Yeah.
But
yeah.
But no, I think they're very good.
Good. Yeah, as you say, they've certainly proved very, very grippy. That is for sure.
Yeah.
So I see you've got the Kestrel weather meter. So that's the Kestrel 4000.
A very, very old one. As I say, they don't even look like this anymore. But that is the 4000.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And it still works. So
yeah, still does the trick.
And it has magic batteries.
Yeah.
Well, they just last.
They just last for ages, don't they?
The first set I had lasted for about 5 years.
Right.
Of being used on every trip, including some, multi-week walks.
Yeah.
All the time. And they were still, after about 3 years, they were still reading 100%.
Right. Okay.
I mean, they did eventually give up.
Yeah.
But.
And do you put the lithium batteries in that, as opposed to the regular batteries?
I'll have a look. I think I've got lithium.
Because I know they recommend lithium batteries, and that's what they supply. But I don't know whether you've just put regular batteries in and they've been okay. That looks like lithium, doesn't it?
No, they're lithium, aren't they?
Yes.
Energizer lithium batteries. Yeah.
I think the newer ones just use one battery. I think now. I think they've changed the system.
Right. Yeah, probably because they realised with 2 batteries it lasted so long.
Right. Yes.
With one, it would last a very long time, and it would make for a lighter.
Yeah, that's true.
Unit. So.
Yeah, the one I've got, you've got one battery in the back of it. So.
And the temperature at the moment is 14 degrees.
Yeah, it feels a bit cooler than that.
Well, I mean, there's a breeze.
A little bit of a breeze,
and the air's still fairly damp, although it's not raining anymore.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's been pretty wet day. And then inside, which mat is that? That's the Thermarest.
This is the X-Lite.
That's the X-Lite. Is that the NXT X-Lite or the?
I think it's the Neo Air.
Right. Okay.
X-Lite. Yeah, the NXT.
Okay. So I think that's probably the same one that I have. And what sleeping bag have you got?
Well, I think it's a PhD one.
Right. Okay.
It's one of the 1,000 downs. I think this is the K400.
Okay.
It weighs 720 grams.
Right. Okay.
The thing is, he doesn't label them.
Right.
There isn't a thing inside to remind you which one it is.
Right. Okay.
But I think from the weight, that's what it is.
Right. Okay.
It's very light, and it's got as you can see, a short zip.
A short zip. Yes.
And on this strip, it's actually been a bit too warm.
Right. Okay.
Because it's only got the short zip.
Yeah,
There's
you've
no
not been able to.
So
if that's a 400, that's probably like a -5 sleeping bag.
It's
isn't
something
it?
like that. Yeah.
0 or.
And the coldest temperature overnight we've had is about 7.
Yes.
I mean, I haven't been sweating in it or anything, but I felt that it was warmer than I needed.
Right. Okay. So is that like a test item that you've had for a little while now?
Yeah, I can't remember how long I've had it.
That's why I can't remember
now. What it is, because I was just looking, thinking, what shall I take? What haven't I used or written?
Right. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay. What else? Is there anything else? So water bottles, obviously they're old water bottles.
Yes,
assortment of bits
one of them
and
even
bobs.
being Go Light, one of the few bits of Go Light stuff.
Oh yeah, so a Go Light water bottle over there, and an old platypus bottle here that's literally falling apart there.
Yeah.
So and then other water bottles there. Is there anything that we've missed? So I noticed you've got a soaking wet bandana here. What is the story behind that?
A bandana is a useful all-purpose cloth.
Right,
So I always carry
So do you have a towel with you or anything like a towel? No.
It's a cotton bandana.
Right,
carry. But as it got soaked yesterday, I tied it on the back of it got soaked wiping some of the condensation off the tent.
Right,
cleaning
got you.
You know, wiping out pots at the very
Yeah.
end just to get the last thing out. So I put it on the back of the pack, and of course it rained all day today, so it has not dried.
Right,
It will go on
okay.
the back of the pack again tomorrow, and then maybe it will dry. But I just find having one useful. It's just a
Right,
you know,
okay.
all-purpose, as say, cloth.
Okay.
And we'll do as a handkerchief if you need it as that as well, of course.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So so this one stopped running now because the batteries ran out, as I expected. So what insulation jackets have you got?
Well, I've got the one I'm wearing,
Okay.
which is wonderful. And Berghaus stopped making it.
Right.
I've never forgiven them.
Right.
This one is
So that's a synthetic.
it's synthetic.
Right.
It's their own synthetic. I don't know what it is, but it's
Yeah.
incredibly light. I mean, it weighs 200 and something grams.
Right,
And
okay.
it packs down really small. It's warm for the weight. It's breathable. It's not fully windproof. You know, the wind, a really strong wind will go through
Right,
it.
okay.
But
Could
it's far-
you walk in that? Or
Oh
is
yeah,
it,
I have
so you-
done.
So you
It's
have
far
done, yeah.
more windproof than an ordinary fleece.
Right,
But it's not
okay.
windproof at all. You know, and of course
Right.
it dries really fast.
Yeah.
It's really comfortable. It's been on a number of long distance walks.
Right,
And
okay.
say I would, you know, I wish they continued making
Yeah.
it. Though this one is lasting okay.
Yeah. And did you say you had another insulated
But the other one, which
jacket?
you can't get, which is only slightly heavier, this is Patagonia Micro Puff,
Right, okay.
and this is a lot.
Is that wet?
That is wet. Yes.
Right.
One thing is, the Built to Send pack is almost waterproof,
Right,
but
okay.
the seams at the back are not sealed.
Right,
And obviously, in
okay.
today's driving rain,
Yeah.
this was packed down one side next to the back.
Right.
It doesn't matter that
okay.
it got wet because it's warm when wet anyway, and it
Right,
dries incredibly
okay.
fast.
So
It's a lot warmer than this one.
right, okay.
I've only walked in this in sub-zero
Okay.
temperatures.
So will you dry that out,
but
or
there's similar-
will you hang it up, or what will you do with that?
If it gets colder later, I'll put it on.
Right, okay. Will it dry when you're wearing it inside the sleeping bag?
I won't wear it inside the sleeping bag.
No, just outside.
I won't wear this one. I'll be far too hot in either of them.
Right, okay.
I may stick it if it looks like staying dry.
Right, okay.
Hang it off the pole, you know.
Right,
for a
okay.
bit this evening.
Yeah, the
But as I say, it dries very fast.
right.
But this is also a favourite. I think these, you know, the warm for weight is incredible.
Yeah.
And I brought both of these on this trip because Knoydart is often very wet.
You're right.
And I thought, no, it's Knoydart. It's bound to rain. Not really the place for down. I want
Okay.
something I can wear outside if it's raining. You know, I can get out of the tent
Yeah.
if I need to,
Yeah.
and not worry about getting it wet.
Yeah.
So, and they're both so light. I mean, I haven't got down jackets that weigh any lighter.
Right,
than
okay,
this,
no.
So there will be no weight advantage in
Right,
having
okay.
down.
So you didn't bring any fleece with you, you've just
No,
brought those
this
two.
effectively is instead of a fleece.
Okay.
And this is the
So you would put that over the top
yes,
of that one there.
the thicker
Yeah.
insulated layer.
Okay.
Yes.
And is there a reason why you didn't bring fleece versus that?
Yeah, I like it. I like this, and I hadn't worn it for a while. I've had
Right,
a few
okay.
fleeces to test, you know, which have been fine, but they haven't, you know. But I thought, no, I'll take
Right,
this,
okay.
you know.
Okay, I think that's covered everything. If anyone's got any questions, pop them below, and then we can ask Chris
I think
later
you
on.
probably
It's-
want to retreat to your
yes,
tent.
it's
It
just
sounds as
starting
though
to.
it's
There's a
raining again.
few little showers.
So I won't be
about,
getting out
so-
and hanging this jacket
No,
up yet.
no, you might have to hang it up inside. But yes, I think I'm going to make a hasty retreat. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Thank you. Pop questions below.